Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Atle Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Sony is about to start a crypto exchange in Japan. So Sony is getting into this business. Then we have spot Ethereum ETF launch delayed by SEC. What this means exactly, I'm going to tell you in a second. Then, of course, a couple of days ago, we had the SEC sues consensys over Metamask brokerage staking service. And because I couldn't do any video during the weekend, let's include in this one. Then we have another spot ETF issuers FIS application for spot Solana ETF. You know, this was last week, big news. And then we have seen a big dump in NFT sales, 44% down is the Q2 compared to Q1. So guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget, every single day, I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. So if that's important, very simple, just subscribe to this YouTube channel. And one important thing, I'm going on holiday. So July will be a little bit special when it comes to videos, but I tell you about it in a second. So before we jump into the topics, I'm going for my usual 1 month holiday in July. This is the 5th year I'm doing this. And this is something which I'm really always looking for because, you know, this is one quality month spent with my family abroad. And this is, to be honest with you, my best investment the whole year. Doesn't matter how the crypto goes and all these kind of things. Okay, these are important things. But this quality time with family, kids, wife, I think this is the best part of my year. So because of this, I'm going to have on Mondays videos, kind of weekly summary, but I'm going to make you short videos as usual, every single day, probably 1 or 2. We'll see how it works. So because my editor can simply edit that one, so I just record it and he does the editing. And therefore, I'm going to keep you up to date. I just won't have this longer videos between Monday and Thursday as usual. I'm going to have one weekly one and then everyday short videos to keep you up to date. This is the plan for July. Okay, so I just want to let you know. All right. And well, for start, let's have a look at the price. And we can see that Bitcoin is actually up almost 2% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, a bit more than 2%. So Ethereum, 3,465. Why? Bitcoin, 62,686 US dollar. The top gainer is Ethereum name service, 21% up. MOG as a meme coin, 15% up. And Multiverse X, actually 10% up. When we're looking at the losers, Caspa down 6.5%, Celestia 5%, and Ordi almost 3%. So no major dumps at all. And actually, when we're looking at here the Bitcoin candlestick chart, this here is the weekly. And we can see here, according to the trend indicator, the bullish trend simply continues. But if I take this off so we can see the better, it's very important that we closed this week here, the last week, in above this, trend line, and we are still in this ascending triangle, which is definitely bullish. And here we have a bull flag, that's bullish. We had this double top. We're going to see how that plays out. But if we started to go here up, then maybe we can cancel that panic. We're going to see it. We're going, to be honest with you, these are the times when Bitcoin is going sideways. It could be, even the whole July, even August. We're going to see how it works out. But bottom line is, so far holding itself pretty well. And when we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, let's just check this one. Bitcoin dominance here on the weekly, if you're looking at this, it just started to, going here sideways at the top. And we have here a rising wedge. A rising wedge is definitely a bearish pattern. So it could easily happen. We just broke out last week here now. So we're going to see how it works. But that could mean actually something for altcoins. But I will keep an eye on it. I will keep you up to date about it. So we're going to see how things are going to, work out. By the way, we just entered to July. So when we're looking at in June, we had about a 7% decrease in Bitcoin price. But interesting, just point out every single time when we had the red June, look at this, every single time we had July, which was positive, July closing. So actually things could be bullish, and even in 2020, in the year of the halving, July was pretty good. Well, this is historically, the best months historically is October and February probably in the Bitcoin history. But this is just one thing. Okay. And now let's move on to the first topic. And the first topic is all about that Sony gets ready to launch a crypto exchange in Japan. Well, another giant getting into the crypto, and this is Sony, because Sony is getting ready to launch crypto exchange in Japan with acquired Amber platform. So Japanese multi-industry conglomerate Sony is getting ready to launch a crypto exchange subsidiary by revamping local trading platform Whalefin, which it acquired last year, according to the Monday press release. And Whalefin has been renamed to S-Blocks.co, which plans to collaborate with Sony Group's other businesses to generate additional value for its crypto trading service. And the exact launch date of S-Blocks crypto exchange has not been announced, but this can come up. And this is definitely also bullish things, as we can see more and more big guys getting into crypto in so many different ways. Big companies. We're talking about Sony is definitely one of them. So I think this is an interesting news, a kind of bullish in long term, as long as we see big guys joining the game, just like Sony. Okay, and the next thing I would like to talk about is all about the delay of the spot Ethereum ETF. And what is this all about? I'll tell you in a second. So far, nothing major, to be honest with you. So it looks like it's still going to launch this summer, but we have here some delays. So the launch of the United States-based spot Ethereum exchange traded fund, which may expect it to occur as early as 2nd of July, that should be tomorrow, has been delayed by the SEC. So SEC commented on the S1 forums and requested resubmission by July the 8th, according to Balchunas. This new timeline means that the launch of the spot Ethereum ETF could be postponed until the mid-late July. So it's not going to happen on the 2nd, what some people, suggested, for example, Eric Balchunas. Now we have a new deadline until the 8th of July. And if everything works out, then could be that mid-late July would be the possibility. Okay, so I just wanted to update you on these Ethereum news, spot Ethereum ETF news. Okay, staying with the SEC sues consensys, actually. And what is this all about? Here we go. So, we have SEC, another case, sues consensys over Metamask brokerage staking service. So, the SEC claims consensys has been operating as an unregistered broker through Metamask. Here we go. So, since January 2023, consensys has been engaged in the unregistered offer and sale of securities in the form of crypto asset staking programs and acted as an unregistered broker through its Metamask staking service. By its conducted as an unregistered broker, consensys has collected over $250 million in fees. So now we have another attack from the SEC against consensys. So, believing in these types, I think nobody gets scared of this so far. Let's see how it's going to play out. It's so many times it happens, SEC attacks and then nothing happening. Even they step back. It's happened like with Ethereum. Okay, then we have another, Solana ETF, spot ETF possibility as another issuer's files for application. If you remember the major news on Thursday, it was all about that, we had here, one egg filling on the 27th of June for Solana spot ETF. And it turns out, here's the next one. And this is 21 shares. They also fly for spot Solana ETF. So, now the question is what's going to happen? Because, one thing is that they're going to start with Ethereum spot ETF. It's major because this is the biggest, but the very first altcoin spot ETF in the United States. And this could open the door to others, and here could be the next player. Another question is, because of the elections, because of Trump pushing crypto and all these kind of things, will they actually start with this not long after the Ethereum spot ETF starts trading, or we have to leave that, to a little bit run? I mean, the Ethereum spot ETF. And maybe they're just starting with this in next year. Who knows? There are many questions, but these kind of news could definitely boost the altcoin market, especially if this is going to launch. Okay, and finally, let's talk about NFTs and the NFT market. How has it dropped in Q2 compared to Q1? NFTs are definitely significantly down. When you're looking at here this article, we can see that NFT sales fell 44% as crypto dipped. So, in Q1 we had 4.14 billion US dollar sales in NFTs in Q1, but in Q2 this went down to 2.32 billion. And, this is also a significant drop. NFTs not doing pretty well anyway. There are some top projects, just like, Pudgy Penguins, for example. They still holding itself very well. But when you're looking at projects, just like Bored Ape Yacht Club, one of the top guys, definitely one of the leaders of the previous NFT season, they just keep going down. Now you could get them for 9-10 Ethereum, which is not cheap, but compare where they were, it's a significant drop, and actually it could go. It actually went further down in Q2. So I believe NFTs will come back at some point. It's very important, the community around the NFT, the utility of the NFT. So not, in the last bull market, it was like GPACs, and it's like, okay, let's do it. It's because it's looking cool. That was enough. Now I think this is not enough anymore. Now it needs to be more a utility of something which is behind it, the group what is behind it, who is behind it actually is very important, and the community around that NFT, what kind of deals they can bring if you hold that NFT, and all these kind of things. So I think the game is changing, but now is definitely not the season for the NFTs. For some of those who are an expert in that area, probably a good one to pick the right ones before the run. But, for that, you have to dig yourself into the NFT business. Anyway, this was just the statistics, how the NFT in general performed in Q1 compared to Q2. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day, I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain Bloom to keep you up to date. Don't forget also that now on July, I'm going on holiday, but you will still get these daily short videos, the most important news in less than 1 minute. This is, I think, very important, because then you get the meat of the potato. But these longer videos will be just, once a week kind of thing. And in August, I'm back. And I think the second part of the year, we're going to be on fire. So we're going to see it. But now, why are we going sideways? Why are we chilling? I also chilling a little bit more being on holiday. I think it's very, very important to recharge ourselves, get, a boost for the second part of the bull run. And you need energy for that for sure. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.